to computer. And 3, 2, 1, action. All right, everybody, welcome to the Light Bear. Again, I always do that, Light Bearers podcast. And today it's myself, the Afro Beast, and we have Kay Ola. We are the host of this lovely podcast. And we have guests today. So we'll start off with Mark. Introduce yourself, say who you are briefly, and then we move on to Boone, and we'll end up with Sharad. Okay?
Hey, how you doing?
Go ahead, Mark. Just introduce yourself, to where you're from, and stuff like that, just for like about 40 seconds or so.
Okay. Hello, folks. I'm Mark Black. I am a martial arts enthusiast and been using bullworker since I was 18 years old. I'm now 60. And I play drums in a rock band. And I do some film work and I do some stunt fighting occasionally. That's me.
Rock and roll. All right, Boone and Mr. Boone.
The whole family.
Introduce yourself, please.
Okay, hi, I'm Boone, and Tony, and this is my husband, Tony, and we are dialing in from Penang, Malaysia. We've just started our bullworker journey about less than a year, but we're so much in love with it. We actually try to do it, not every day, maybe about 4 times a week. And we are also, like Mark, heading for 60. So this year.
Okay.
Wow. Good.
Well, you guys are looking great, Tony. Your pictures always look fantastic, brother.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and Sharad, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, a little bit about how you got started with the bullworker. Go ahead, introduction.
Okay, my name is Sharad Bharti. I'm living in India, and I'm doing cross-country training, cycling, running, and some border training. So I'm very eager to work with Sir. Our Sir Giovanni.
Okay, all right.
That's why I joined today with
Okay,
my elder brother.
so how long have you been using the bullworker?
Maybe 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
Well, you
Yes.
looking good. You're the yoga master, man. You're the yoga master.
Yes.
No, I'm doing everything, yoga and all exercises, karate, kung fu, running, swimming,
Good
gym,
stuff.
everything. I
Good,
don't
good,
want to keep anything in life. I want to do everything.
good. Okay, Kay, how about you introduce yourself, man?
Well, again,
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
I'm-
this one's special.
I'm
for bullworker.
okay. I'm Kay Ola, member of the bullworker group. I've been training with a bullworker. Well, my dad had one when I was a kid. I didn't know what it was, so I didn't train with it then until when I got older. When I got into my 20s and I saw one in my friend's house when I was about 25, and I was like, I recognize that thing. Started using it again. And I'm also into a variety of different training modalities, you know. I like boxing training, I like my rope flow, etc. If I was to start telling you what I train with, we won't leave it today. So I like variety, and I'm into my fitness.
Great. Well, you look good, brother. Okay, now we'll end with me. My name is Giovanni Montoya, originally born in New York. At the age of 3, I moved out to Colombia in South America. At the age of 16, I went back to the United States, California. And at the age of 30, I came to live in Japan, and I've been here ever since. I got turned on to the bullworker through Machismo. Some YouTube videos, one of the members, his name is Machismo. And I remember when I saw it also, as a child, I remember seeing these advertised in magazines and thinking like, what the hell is that? That's a load of bollocks, I thought, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and then as I got older, you know, it's been almost 2 years now, or a year and a half or so since I've been using the bullworker. And I saw it again on YouTube, and I was like, this makes sense. And that's it. Then I found the webpage or the page on Facebook, and I've been a member ever since. I like jiu-jitsu, physical training, outdoors, things like hunting, farming, and just spending time with my family. All right, so we're gonna get to it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just for a quick minute talk about the evolution of the bullworker, and then I'm gonna leave it open to everybody to talk about the kind of bullworkers that they use. I'm gonna introduce the S3 also. Originally, the first guy that patented this, and it didn't have any side handles, none of the strings, the cables. It was Mr. Arthur Aubrey Pons, United States, in 1912. Okay, that's when it first came out, but it wasn't called the bullworker yet. It was just kind of like a piston with spring inside, but it didn't have the cables. Then we have another Arthur. I mean, these Arthurs are keep being part of the bullworker. Arthur William Chapman in 1937 came up with a different version, and it looked more like a dumbbell, like the handles were round and stuff, and it had the piston action too. Then for the first time, Mr. Gert Colby came up with a tensilator. Yes, in the 1960s, and where we get the present incarnation of the bullworker. Of course, it has evolved, and now recently we have what I was waiting for a while, and I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it, mate. It's genius. The S3. And for me, the S3, as I posted, what's the difference? They kept it simple. It's still the bullworker, to the exception of, okay, we have these handles that, you know, can be removed. A lot of people complain about the old handles. I didn't mind them. But the one drawback about them was that they would move up and down when you're doing spreads on the Classic. These stay in place, which is good. So they kept it all the same, lowered the tension down. So now you got something lighter than the white spring, which is really good for some exercises that I will share with at the moment, later on at the end of the podcast, where you can do a contraction while contracted, keep on moving, what I call dynamic contractions. Oh yeah. But what I love about it is the lack of resistance within the shaft, because the metal's a lot smoother. They really worked out the kinks. And when you have resistance in the shafts, when you compress, if you're holding a compression for like 7 seconds, 10 seconds, they tend to kick back, but not with this one. So this is like steering wheel for the automobile. Okay. So who has, I see Mark, I see you have the S3.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the S3 Classic, and it is, well, it's fabulous. I mean, I don't actually use the hand grip. Some people like them. It's not for me, but the etching here is laser etched. So the on the power meter, all of your numerals are beautifully etched on. So they're gonna last. And you've still got the rubberized handles. Like you say, Giovanni, it's the smoothness with this is just incredible. You've still got your 5-spring option. I use the Classic because I like to do deadlifts and stuff, but it is really even the original Classic that they came up with was a great piece of kit, and the original steel bow, but this really is different. It's very, very light as well. It's you know, it's almost like air, but it's very strong, very resilient.
Great. How about you, Sharad? Let me see your bullworker. Where did you buy your bullworker? Sharad.
Yes.
Where did you buy your bullworker? Did you buy it on the internet?
Yeah, I buy from my country only.
Okay.
From your country? Okay.
India.
How much did you pay for that one?
1,200 rupees.
Okay, so
We're
tell
gonna
us.
have to figure out the conversion.
Are you able to change the springs?
No. It is a fix. It is not moving. It is not opening.
Okay.
It's a fix.
So
Fixed
how many springs do you think that has, Kay, inside?
That's
gonna have one. Yeah,
They
it's the
don't
more
have
basic,
only
isn't it?
one. Yes.
That's got
but
one
it is
spring in it.
But it is the hard one.
Yeah, it
Yes.
looks,
Hard
it,
one.
Basic, right?
yeah,
I
it
have
looks
one. I
like
have
it.
one just like that as well, similar.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I do.
Well,
It's
we're
very similar. It's very similar to the Bully Extreme that was made that actually later
Yes.
on became the Bullworker Bull Basic, but the build on them wasn't was good. They worked, but it was not made to perhaps the same spec as the new classics. But you know,
Yes.
it will still do the job. Any bullworker
yes,
will work.
we'll do the job. That's why it's a
But there's
bull.
levels. There's levels to the fineness, like you're saying. Some of them
Yes,
give
yes,
you a smooth pump, and some of them is a bit of a grind.
Yes. How about you, Boone? Boone and Tony, did you guys get the new S5?
We have the
I'm not sure what this is.
It's the
Oh,
S5.
that's the
Call
S3.
it the basic. It's actually, you can't change the springs.
Oh,
really?
it's a 28 inch, isn't it?
yes.
That's the
Yeah, that's a 28 inch, yeah.
28.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new S3 basic.
The S3
S3
basic,
basic.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the S3 basic. We actually have
Yes.
the old basic, which is what Sharad uses. And I've struggled with what Sharad uses because it's not as smooth. And this is a lot smoother. A lot smoother. I still struggle with the compression, but when it comes to the pull and everything, I really enjoy using this.
It's
Nice.
When did you
Nice.
get it? When did you get it?
Not that long
Not
ago.
that long ago. Not that long ago.
Okay. Hey, Sharad,
Yes.
you can't buy a bullworker product in India?
No. It's if you have that one that we don't have here in India.
Well, bro, you're gonna have to give me your address.
Okay. I will give you my address.
Give me your address, bro. I think I'm gonna have to make a miracle happen for you out there, man.
Nice.
All
Yeah,
right,
definitely.
all right. But
Yeah.
I don't know how long it takes because I sent some tea to K in England. It's
Yeah,
like
it never
8
arrived.
months later, it never arrived because of the pandemic. I was gonna say pandemic, but anyway, I said it.
Okay. I will try my best.
Give me your address, okay? And I'll
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
maybe I can gift you one of these, brother.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes.
So Kay,
Nice.
tell us a little bit about the X5 because I hear a lot about the X5.
Yes.
And I don't really know much about it. Where can I get one? I would like to get an X5 actually. Take
Okay,
over, Kay.
So the X5, I told you I saw one in my dad's house. I didn't know. When I went to my mate's house years later, he had an X5. So I kept training with the X5 and I noticed that, okay, this is a bit different. It's got two straps on each side. When you hold them in different ways, you get different levels of resistance. So it's, even though you can't change the spring, it's almost like changing the spring. So eventually we found out that you can open these.
Oh, you can open it?
Yeah, we can open these through the handle, and we found out that these have got 2 springs in them. I mean, afterwards, I can show you a demonstration of how I open it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll do that quickly.
Because what I was told is that you couldn't change the springs, but you know, he figured out how to open it. So look at this guy.
That's one spring, and there's another spring inside.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? It's a mess everywhere.
Okay, do you need both springs to work out or just one?
Yeah, you need both springs in them. But it's the only bullworker that's got 2 springs in it.
Okay. And
All
then
the rest have got 1 spring.
So can you use the springs from either the classic to?
Yes. Well, I don't know if the classic one will fit, but because we can open it, the possibilities are endless, aren't they? You can put whatever spring you're gonna put in there.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Have you tried putting other springs?
No, I haven't tried to put another spring. I've just stuck with the custom springs that came with it.
Okay. Hey, Sharad, you can ask questions too, man.
Yes.
You can ask questions anytime you come, so anytime you want to. So just whatever you want to know about the bullworker or any questions for Kay or for Mark or for Boone.
Yeah, we're here, all ears.
we have a question.
We have a question. Can we ask
Yeah.
a question?
Go ahead.
We've always wondered how to actually use all the, how do you
What do you
use,
use this for?
I mean, how do you,
Oh, the power
what
meter.
do the numbers mean?
Mark, go ahead
Power
and take
meter.
over on that. Go ahead and take over, Mark.
Okay, basically, well, the power meter is not really to do with poundage. It's really just a visual guide, just a marker to give you an idea of if you want to monitor your strength gains. It's really for that, for keeping a record. But I don't actually, personally, each to their own, but I don't get hung up on that.
Okay.
I always train to how I feel on the day, holistically.
Yes.
And so if I'm feeling tired one day, I don't expect myself to go full on like I did the day, 2 days before or a day before. And so that's really what that is for. It's for your own personal record, and you can, if you want to, write down in a notebook.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right.
You can have. Go ahead, Boone.
And this one, is there a specific reason why it has a ring on?
Yes, because when you compress it, sometimes you're gonna see how far the ring goes up.
Oh, okay.
So
Look.
progressively, you can see if you're doing better. If you're squeezing it more,
So you
then
start-
the
you
ring goes
started off-
further.
You leave it at the bottom right here, right? And when you compress,
Yes.
it'll stay in that area
So
that
you see how far you
compressed.
pressed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I just
So-
learned a new thing.
So,
Okay.
so if
You've
you go
discovered the
halfway-
wheel.
See, whatever point you reach, it stays there to mark you. And so then you can write in your notebook, if you want to write out what you did on this day,
Yes.
to what spring. It's a good motivator. Hey,
And a
Sharad,
measure of improvement. A measure of improvements. You can see the
Okay.
increments in
Yeah.
your strength.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sharad,
Sharad.
do you have this?
Yeah, that's actually my friend have this same that you have.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about the bullworker page. I want, for me, I think I'm not part of any other page where I get to go. Well, actually just a few, but that was the first one that I ever joined. And I thought at first I was a little bit skeptic. I thought people were just going to be full of shit. And you know how it is. Everybody's like, everybody's going to be fighting with each other. And I'm offended. Oh, why did you say he was brown or something like that? Yeah, everybody gets upset about it. But it ended up being a great community where I've met a lot of people. And what I like about it is that when the people do come aboard, everybody's there for each other, not just for the exercise, but if something's going wrong with somebody on the other part of the world, people tend to really try to boost each other up, which is something I find that's very noble.
It's a very, very positive group.
So,
Very positive.
so,
Yeah, very positive.
Like I say, I started using a bullworker in about 1980, around about then. And then I modernized what I had. I upgraded, and in 2011, that's when I first came into sort of contact and communication with John Hughes and Chrisman. And there was just one problem with my steel bow, and I basically contacted him. He said, "Look, we stand by our product. We'll send you another one." There was no qualms. But what's happened is over time they had they started to do a sort of like a group on like a sort of email group, and there were various people who could send in files and one thing and the other, and it grew from there. And then eventually it became the Bullworker fitness page and the Bullworker family.
Okay.
And over time, I've got a collection of Bullworkers here, which is the green.
Let's see.
Let's have a look at that. Let's see this.
Hold on.
Let's see.
Hold
Let's
on.
see. Right?
Great.
Let's take a look. See.
Great
Meet the
collection.
children. Meet the kids. Right.
Wow.
The
And
baby.
this is just some of them. Okay. I've got steel bows and all sorts of stuff here. But now here's a funny thing. You're looking at the first steel bow, 28, was this thing. And it was so monstrous, nobody could really compress it. If you put it behind your back, no one could compress it. You have to be the world's strongest man. So it became kind of obsolete. But obviously, this is a tensulator, which is one of the first bull workers, the type that Bruce Lee would have used.
Yeah.
And then you got into the bull worker 2 with the green handle here. And then in 1980, they brought out the first X5, which you've seen. Then they brought out, hold on, just tell me to shut up, right?
You got to
the Super X5. Well, this is a slightly stronger. It's got the red straps. Now, here's the Rolls Royce of Bullworker X5s. This is one made in Japan. It's the X5 Gold.
Wow.
And this is unbelievable because...
It's a bilingual, mate.
Sorry?
It's a bilingual.
It's bilingual. I saw this. Hi,
arigatou gozaimasu, senor.
So, no, it's... So anyway, but that's a very well made piece of kit. But then it just jumped into a new realm when they started to bring out the newer ranges of the Bullworkers, which were the and but I still use all of them, not at the same time.
For you, oh my goodness! But because what Kay was saying, and I'm of the same way too. I have the S3. But I like all of them. Each one has something special to deliver. Maybe I'm in the mood for old style one day. Let me bring the Bullworker that's made out of concrete and no spring today.
Well, guys, have a look at this.
What is that?
Whoa, all the manuals.
The manuals. Okay.
Yeah, the charts. Yes.
You see?
Yeah. You got a museum.
This is the old Bullworker exercise chart. From the 60s.
Hey, Mark, you should start the Bullworker Museum.
Yeah, I get a museum going
on.
Yeah,
this guy, Mark he's really worked with the Bullworker. It's clear to see.
Is
what is that? Sharad, let me see that case, man. What does it say on it?
This is a Bullworker 3. See,
Bullworker 3.
Yeah.
Do you know that one, Mark?
I don't have that one. I mean, to be quite frank, I mean, I could quite easily start a museum, but yeah, that's one I'll have to look up.
You know, if everybody knows me as using the X5, but people that remember when I first started posting in the group, they'll remember I used to use the blue handle one. That was the first Bullworker I really used to get me back into shape, you know? It's downstairs somewhere. And the brown handle one. And also, I like to pick up if I see any old Bullworkers on the internet, I like to snap them up, you know? Because it's part of the history and, you know, this is where it all came from.
Yes,
I know we've got the new stuff that works smoothly and I'm going to have to get an S3 myself too. But also, we have to know where it came from and how people used to train. Like you said, Bruce Lee used to use the blue-handed one.
Well, you know, our brother Sharad, he has to have one of these. So I'm gonna buy one and send it to you. My present for you. I'm gonna give you one of these because you work really hard and you have to keep on going for the 90-day challenge. Let's talk about the 90-day challenge. Although I'm not participating in the 90-day challenge, I do my own thing. I see the many benefits it has and the essence of it, but I want to hear from each of you, what do you feel you can get from the 90-day challenge, and what do you feel about all the participants in the 90-day challenge? We'll start off with you, Sharad.
Yes, because I want to change my body within 3 months. So I am extremely do hard work every day to drop the fat percentage from the body. So I used to do different types of training, running, then skipping, and cross-country training, some body training, and also bullworker every day.
Okay, so, good.
And I'm also following diet also. So
the diets, okay.
Low carbohydrates and more protein and with green salad.
Okay. Okay.
So
How
I
about?
cut down my carbohydrate day by day till the 2 months. After that, last month I am totally stopped my carbohydrate for my cutting phase.
Yeah, you're
So
looking
do you
good,
stop
man.
your carbohydrates? He stopped the
Yes.
carbohydrates in the last month for his cutting phase.
And all sugars and all sugary foods. I don't want to eat then after 2 months.
Okay. Okay. So
You don't
no,
eat.
It's totally
no,
strict diet.
no more Indian beer.
Hindi.
Indian beer. You know.
What is that? Cobra. Cobra.
It's Cobra.
Yeah,
That's what
Cobra,
it's called.
Fish.
Kingfisher beer.
Put
Cobra.
Do you
Cobra
guys?
is
Do you put a little curry in your beer, mate?
Cobra. Cobra in here in different name.
Okay. Yeah, they have over here in Japan. We have Asahi, Asahi Super Drive, and
Sake.
Sake is rice wine.
That stuff doesn't taste nice
Oh,
at all.
Asahi.
Honest, I tried it. That
Yeah,
stuff is horrible.
Well, it depends for which one you're drinking, man. Because I get it from some sake masters out here when I used to drink. The
I
problem was
thought it
that
was sweet though.
yeah, it depends what they're different kinds. Just like the green tea, all green tea doesn't taste the same. I used to think green tea tastes like lawn mowings from your grass. You know what I mean? But it's actually pretty good. Go ahead, Mark.
I like Kirin wa suki desu. I like Kirin. Kirin is a nice beer. Ichiban Kirin.
Nama from the tap. Oh, ichiban ii sugoi ne. Shigoto
It's a nice one.
Otsukaresama biru.
ビール、ビールは美味しいです。
とっても美味しい。うまいよ。
Gio.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's no harm having a few things you like now and then. As long as you have it in a measured way, and you have a sense of sort of kind self-discipline. I think otherwise, it's no good being physically fit and spiritually miserable. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
I was an alcoholic, bro, so I had to cut that shit out, bro.
Well, every now and then, it's not bad to have a little bit of a drink. Let your spirit loose. It's not bad.
I don't preach about it like, oh, you know how when people used to drink and be alcoholics and they stop drinking, they start putting their little posts like, I've been sober for 1 day, 3 hours, and since I've touched, it's like, shut up, dude, just do your thing. Let other people drink if they can handle it. I can handle it, so I just don't drink, but be my guest and have your suds. Boone, Tony, tell us what you feel about
90-day challenge.
The 90-day challenge, that's right.
You people not taking any part in the 90-day.
So for us, for me personally, and maybe for Boone as well, it's really just for us.
Are we on mute? No. Okay.
Hold on, Tony. Hold on. Yeah, Sharad, what?
You people are not taking part in 90-day challenge, global challenge.
No, we don't do it.
We are.
Okay. But
Boonsiri is doing it. Yeah, Boonsiri and Tony.
Go ahead. Talk about, Tony, Boone, talk about the 90-day challenge.
So for us, I think we are doing it more just to share with the group and be part of the group. But we are not really like going all out, like Sharad is. So we do enjoy doing the bullworker. So we are just we enjoy the fellowship of the group as well. So that's why we want to be part of the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I see all these guys like cutting. I don't take much sugar, but like cutting alcohol, and Joe, you see all my posts. We're drinking all the time.
Having fun, man. Living life.
Having our pizzas.
Having our pizzas and eating all the food.
The bull drinker.
The bull drinker.
I had my wine and Cosmo yesterday. I'm a little bit hungover today. That's why
you're not.
Why not?
Hey, you're not working on all springs today.
No, I mean, we're just
guys. I love the fact that you both work out together, and I love seeing the pair of you doing your training together because it's it's really cool. My partner Linda, she also she's a school teacher, but she also trains, and she uses the bullworker, and she uses isobar and does all sorts. But it's really nice to be able to do that, because it becomes not just an exercise, it becomes kind of a spiritual thing as well. You know, exercise is spiritual, right? Because it connects you to the creation you come from.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well,
So,
go ahead, Mark. Finish up, mate.
No, sorry. So really, I think it's just great. I love to see your posts on the bullworker page, and I think it's really good as well, because sometimes when you talk about bullworker, some ladies, some women think that, oh, the bullworker, that's a male thing, right?
Yeah, I know.
But the fact that you're both up there, it breaks that myth that it's for everybody, and that, you know, I think that's really, really good, and you're great ambassadors.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, when I first started on the bullworker, Tony shared with me about the Facebook page, right? And I actually hesitated to post at the beginning, because I went through and I looked at all these guys all buffed, you know, without their shirt on and all that. I'm thinking to myself, my goodness, you know, like there's no women in this page at all, right? I mean, I know Helen is on, but she doesn't post very often.
She's ninja style. She comes in and poof.
Yeah, so she doesn't post very often, right? And so then I told myself, you know what? And it comes back to we want to be equal, right? We always fight for equality. And then when there's time for us to actually be out there with you guys and share some good stuff, why do we hesitate? So I just decided
exactly.
You're awesome. Well, check this out. We've come to that part now where we're going to share a tip. Each person is going to share either one exercise, one form, or a tip, whether it be diet or training, cross training, or a new form with their steel ball, bullwork, or whatever you want to call it, the spring tool.
Yes.
So we're going to start out. We're going to go with K. Then number 2 is going to be Mark. Then number 3 is going to be Sharad. And last, Boone and Tony. And then I'll leave you with something too. So, okay, Kate, go ahead.
Check this. You were asking what is the benefit of the 90-day challenge. For me, I think I don't do it personally, but the 90-day challenge, it gives accountability. So now you have people watching you, so you have to give a performance. You understand? So that's what's good about the 90-day challenge, and it's the incentive. They win a prize at the end of it. So you have a motivating factor. So I think it's a good thing that they're doing in the bullworker group.
Yes. You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
So in terms of tips, I'm not gonna go too far with this, but this is a very basic and important one. When you're exercising, when I squeeze this, can you see that I'm still talking to you?
Yes.
This is the importance of breathing and controlling your breath while under tension. So if you're doing an exercise and you can't talk the way I'm talking right now, you're holding your breath and you're putting yourself under too much strain, if that makes sense. So my tip today is only do an exercise that you can do and still remain talking while you're doing it.
Yeah, so pretty much emphasize
That's good advice.
Breath control. Okay, Mark, go ahead and take it. It's your
okay.
turn,
What I would say is when you are using the bullworker, make sure you use a spring that allows you to get some movement into your 80% or 100% position. Don't go for a hard spring, because the muscles and the tendons like to be eased in. So you squeeze into each hold or pull into each hold. So that's what I say. One other, and obviously the breathing is very, very, very important. But one other tip that I'll give you that will really help, and I will show you here, right? Hold on. Let's move this table. Okay. Okay. So can you see me there?
Yep. We see you good.
Okay. So what we're going to do is go into what I call a horse stance. So in the martial art, you have your horse stance.
Yes, full stance.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now you don't have to go. You can be here, but get some tension. Make sure your bum's not sticking out. Make sure that your back is flat. And when you're doing the chest compression, also push, and that way you work your legs as well.
Yeah.
And breathing. And then come up. If you do that throughout your workout, it's very, very, very beneficial. And even using the ground as traction. So if you're using your steel bar, and just say doing like a push and like a punch and pull, use the ground so your feet are pushing opposite directions. At the same time, this will
You're shifting your
strengthen
weight.
your lower body, and then change.
Oh,
So
Nice.
there are various things. So they're the two tips, right? Make your training functional, but don't think of your body as isolated parts, because it's not.
Yes.
so Mark,
That's
if you
my
do
tip.
that,
I love that. Love that. Love that, Mark. Love that.
if you do that, are you training both upper and lower body at the same
The
time?
whole body as a unit.
Yes.
Yes,
The whole body
because
is being trained as a unit.
you're training as a unit. For example, okay, I've got a medicine ball here, right?
Yeah.
And so quite often you see Charlie holding the ball. This is a 10-kilogram
Medicine ball.
medicine ball. But you don't need to use a 10-pound or 10-kilogram medicine ball. You can use your steel bar.
Yes.
Still-
Good.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's a good
Okay,
one.
okay.
And he's doing his
So-
whole body. When he's doing that, he's working his whole body. He's not isolating. His
Yeah.
whole body is understanding that it's one unit.
Nor usually
lovely, man.
when I do my, we must come from the same camp, Mark, because when I do a lot of my exercises too, I like to incorporate my legs into it and the deep breathing. It has
Beautiful,
to be
beautiful stuff.
synchronized so that it's circular instead of static.
Yes.
You know, okay, Sharad,
Yes.
go ahead and show us
Bless
some.
us.
Give us,
Bless
the,
us.
give us the
This is-
Kundalini,
this
man.
See, this is
Go for
my
it,
own
man.
invention for deltoid training.
Deltoid.
Deltoids,
I
okay.
have to put on the ceiling. This
Oh.
other hand.
Okay.
I'm pushing upward. See, your
That's a good
tricep, your
isometric
bicep, and your shoulders to work on this.
Your shoulders need to be stable for that, or else it will fall, won't it?
Yes, your all three muscles are working. Tricep,
Okay.
shoulder, bicep, and your enotrapezius muscles. And it's
Nice.
also on the upper chest. See, just feel the pain and feel the contraction on your upper area.
I know it's
Cool.
not as easy as he's making it look.
No.
Yes.
Nah, because he's keeping balance too. If you don't,
Yes, but there's a
if you
lot
don't
of
have the balance
coordination required.
and go like that, you're
Yes.
gonna
You have to apply the rumal like this,
What?
napkin on the top of the
Oh, okay.
handle, and you keep
Okay,
that
to keep it more steady.
Well, not just that, not to scratch the ceiling. Not
And
to
then
go
take
there.
Yep.
To break.
Yeah, true, true.
opposite side. Like
Yes.
Nice.
10
That's nice.
repetitions.
That's really good. That's
Yeah,
but
I've
also
never
with
done
that,
that.
There are total 3 sets. 10-second hold and 10 repetition in one hand.
Yeah,
After
that's
that-
good.
After that, left hand side.
That's
Some
a
other-
shoulder
some
builder
other-
right there.
10-second isometric hold and 10 repetitions. There are total 3 sets.
Love that,
Then
love
I
that's
that.
am
excellent.
Hey,
Yeah.
Sharad,
doing biceps,
do you have neighbors?
biceps,
Yes,
and after
Okay,
that, triceps,
yes,
both together. Bicep one
Okay.
time and
yes.
other time triceps.
Okay, biceps on one hand, triceps on, yeah.
Bicep and triceps. Both muscles are working together.
Yeah,
That
I
is
can.
Simultaneous.
Yes,
That
yes,
is
yes.
very awesome feeling. You will feel the muscles, pain and contraction and pump. Maximum
Yes.
blood flow into the muscles. And
Yes.
you will feel the size on your biceps.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the blood
that's
rushes
Definitely.
and you get the nice pump.
That's my training protocol.
Good.
But you know what,
Okay.
Sharadi, Sharadi, with the exercise you're doing when you're pushing up,
Yes.
if you keep your feet astride, and then you push up and then tilt your body as you do it. You'll
Yes, you
also
get the
work the
side-
obliques,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
As
Yes,
well as
awesome.
stabilize and build the shoulder.
Do that.
It's an amazing exercise because even just pushing up without the bend to the side, you're still working your core as well because you're having to stay balanced on the other side where there's no
Yeah,
resistance.
Imagine doing that in a
Superb
horse stance.
exercise, Sharad. Well done, man.
Imagine doing that in a horse stance.
Yeah.
So we have to make that exercise a little bit harder and stronger.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Okay, Boone. Tony, bring some. Come on, bring some. Okay,
Bless
Tony.
us.
Come
I think
on,
the
Tony.
only tip I have would be mainly for the
$5?
women, for the women. Okay.
$5?
$5 tip.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she wants to give a tip for the
Five
women.
ringgit. Okay.
Okay.
Is this, you know, for a lot of women when they start using the bullworker, and I was the same when I first started, right? And I remember writing on the Facebook page asking, like, if I can't even move it, what should I do, right? And I think Chrisman actually gave me an advice, which I think is an amazing advice. And I'm sure all of you would tell me the same thing, is don't give up. You know,
Yes.
even if it doesn't
Never.
move, you're already working your muscle. And,
Absolutely.
And I have learned that because we've changed this now to goal spring, and I'm struggling again like I did the first time. Right? I've learned
That's
like
progress.
from the first time that I have to continue until the goal spring becomes easy so that I can move to the next one.
Never give up.
So I think that's the tip that I would give, because if you give up thinking that nothing is working because it doesn't move, actually you're wrong, right? So you
yes, it's like
Love that.
It's like G.I. Joe. I don't know if you guys ever watched G.I. Joe. You don't
Yeah.
give up till the fight is done. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
Never give up. Never give up.
Okay, I'm gonna show you a little tip too, kind of similar to what Sharad has, but now we're gonna take it on the realm of dynamic tension or on the realm of isometrics by using the things that you have around you. And we're gonna throw some of that horse stance that brother Mark brings so eloquently. Okay.
Mabu, the Mabu.
Mabu, yeah.
Yeah.
Or shikodachi in karate, shikodachi in Chinese martial art, Mabu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, door frames are excellent. Right here.
Oh yeah. Oh
now,
yeah.
The thing when you do a military press, something that I cover a lot is watch your angles. If you're working on your arms, okay, for example, okay, you're working on your arms, this is your shoulder, because you have to pay attention to the joint that is moving. We're still getting a little bit of muscle tension here, but the main activator is the front deltoid. How you can tell is if you put your hand right here and you push, you're gonna feel it right here. So watch your angles and your form. What is moving? What do you need to move to activate your bicep? Right here. So this is the form that you should have. If you go too far back, what is moving again? Your rear deltoids.
Shoulder.
So watch your angles. Now for shoulders, there are different ways of training different. You can train this way. You can train this way. You can train the back. This is old school military press from the gym, weights. Now we're gonna go isometric style on it with dynamic tension. So you come here, you do a hold with your legs straight. When you go into your isometric set contraction, like Mark said, you don't just do it right away like,
no.
You gotta ease your muscle into it. So here's my isometric contraction. What I do is, as I'm inhaling, I'm gradually building the tension until I reach the desired tension. So it goes like this. Then in that contraction, you exhale. And you don't release it all the way. You ease it out. You breathe in again. And while you're breathing in, you're releasing the tension. And relax. Now we're going to do this one for the shoulder right here. So here we go. Straight legs, military press. Tuck your stomach in. Tilt your hip forward a little bit. And you breathe in. Push. I'm doing like 40%. Hold it. And then spread your legs to a horse stance and move down. Squat. Push with your legs and resist with your arm.
That is good.
That is, yeah, I get the idea.
And you're working on your legs. You're keeping everything moving with the breath. And you're getting a brutal shoulder workout. So after you do something like that, then you come in with your iso or your bull worker. So anyway.
Lovely, lovely.
I've got a little tip as well for you. Do you want to see?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so chinning bar. You see the chinning bar here?
Yes.
Yep.
Bar. Yeah.
So when you want to do a chin, quite often people struggle. And so they're at the bottom of the chin and they're thinking, how are we going to do this? They can't get up. But here's a good trick. You start at the top.
And just do the negatives.
And then
yes.
So,
isometric, isomotion.
Once you've done that, you're working the same muscles, but in reverse, but with gravity on your side. So you can graduate. One other tip. Once you've got the chin, so you're doing your chins. Okay. Then
core,
yeah.
some core work.
Good. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Very good. I do those, man. Those are fantastic.
Yeah.
Or you can just hold your weight. Or you can just get the chinning bar.
And isometric.
And just hold. Cross your legs under if you want, but just hold.
And those make you really strong.
You know how I hit those pull-ups, mate.
Yeah, that's why I see you do them. It does make you really strong.
Yeah.
Those holds, when you hold yourself in that position. Very, very good.
Work on your latissimus dorsi. This muscle.
Yeah, latissimus dorsi. There you go.
Yeah, this is become V-shaped.
Yeah, wider.
And your trapezius, your rhomboid major and minor muscles.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. As you say, Giovanni, get jungly.
Exactly. Keep it jungly. Well, listen, I'm going to also, because I did promise I was going to showcase this. This is I originally started working out through weights back in the 80s. And I wanted to be a bodybuilder like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but later on, that's not what I wanted to do. But I translate a lot of that knowledge, and everything is interconnected. You know, so the knowledge that I got from bodybuilding with weights, I use it here. So here's something that you can do, and the light springs help you. You got your 3 parts or 4 parts to your chest. You have your lower chest, which usually you get pushing exercises or the contractions down here. You got the middle chest that comes across here. And if it's wide grip, you'll get the muscles spread out through here. If it's closer grip, you'll work out more on the inner chest and the center of the pec. And then you have your lower chest. Now, when you're at a gym and you got dumbbells, or you're on the machine and you got the press this way, or you're on the bench press, you're moving this way, right? So we're gonna get that motion. You can get the same motion here. So again, always watch your stance. Now adapt what Mark says and get in that horse stance. Boom, bring that, tilt it forward. So you probably align. Now, because of the camera work, imagine that I'm in a horse stance. When you're doing exercises, if you're bringing your shoulders up, it's too heavy. Leave that ego at the door. Don't worry about how heavy the spring is. Get your form down. So you breathe in and you contract and you hold Then, with the motion, 1, 2, and hold it for 2 seconds. 3.
Good.
When you're done on your last one, keep it contracted. Bring it to the front like this. Bring it back and contract. Hold 7 seconds. And again, 1.
That's literally a bench press.
2. When you're done, bring it up here.
Shoulder press.
Come down. Now, when you're going lower chest, if your elbows are too flared, you're not really getting the full potential. You want to keep it tight because your chest is right here. See that? That's why those fly machines look like this, not like that. Okay? So, same thing. Boom. Come down.
Upper chest, yeah.
So that's a little tip. And I usually do that as 1 set. 10, 10, 10. On the last one where you're contracted, bring it down. Breathe in. Release. That will really give you a nice workout on your shoulders.
And for anybody watching this, can you see the way he's talking when he's demonstrating? There's no there's no strain. It's
exactly.
You know your body.
Okay, well,
100%.
We've come to that hour, and it's been great. So each person, I want you to leave an inspiring comment for the new members and that have just joined the bullworker page, and they're joining this 90-day challenge. I mean, because you got to have some freaking, you got to be bold to get out there and just freaking display yourself. And maybe you're not in the greatest shape, but we all start somewhere. And so
yes.
I'd like to get some words for not only the beginners too, but for everybody. We'll start with Mark. We'll go with Sharad. We'll go with Boone and Tony, and we'll end up with K, Mr. Ola. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay. We're training so that we're living younger longer.
Yeah, forever, forever.
Good one, good one. Legend, mate, legend.
Fitness is forever.
Okay, Sharad, your turn. Give us something, a nice inspiration, something to inspire everybody else for this 90-day challenge.
Yes, see, each and every moment is great for you. And every day you have to push yourself towards the fitness.
Yes.
And make something good. It is not a today's work. It is a forever. So make your mind muscle connection perfectly and go toward that way. And you have to change your physique, change your life. There is no hard work. You can't achieve anything in this world. So you apply this thought in anywhere, but you have to give your 100% for workout for any field. Then I'm asking everybody.
Good one. That's a good one, Sharad. Okay, Tony,
yes.
Boone, go ahead.
I did the tip, so it's his turn.
Okay, Tony.
For the 90-day challenge, it's, just for everybody to remember that, you're not alone. Everybody's rooting for you and we're all in it together. And end of the day, we want everybody to have fun and at the same time to come out feeling better and looking better as well.
That's fantastic. And
nice. I love it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
It's going around the bullworker round table. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm asking question.
Yeah.
You're King Arthur.
So check this.
King Jungly.
King Jungly.
Okay,
the jungle master.
Mr. Ola, give us some of that
check
love.
This. So check this. They normally say to you, they always tell us, come out of your comfort zone. That's a saying that we've all heard, isn't it? So if you're going to come out of your comfort zone, you have to understand that it's going to be a place where there's stress and tension. So to better prepare yourself for that, learn to be comfortable under stress, learn to be comfortable with tension. You understand? So the bullworker is perfect. It teaches us tension. The spring is fully loaded with tension. and we have to learn to be comfortable within the tension, and that will translate all over in your life.
That's right.
Yes,
Well,
that is
everybody,
very
That's a very good one.
let's take a good
Thank
clap for everybody. Okay. Hopefully, I would like to you know, maybe like every month and a half do something like this, because this podcast got started through Bullworker, because I met Kay on Bullworker, and then we got a podcast going to share positivity in the well. And what better thing, what more positive thing than to exercise, stay fit, and then meet people from different parts of the world. It's been fantastic. So when we hold this one again, we'll send out the invitations. Hopefully we can come back and do something new. Maybe we can do this one after the 90-day challenge, actually.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, after the 90-day challenge. But we come to that part where we all get together through friendships, reaching out to each other. We create friction through relationships and build that light to bear upon the world. Rock and roll and keep it jungle.
Cool.
Yes.
And may the bull be
Beautiful.
with you.
Amen.
Rock and roll, man.
Amen.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
So everybody just go ahead and log off. And Kay, I'm gonna call you right now, okay? So
Okay,
here,
beautiful.
Ciao, ciao, folks.
All right.
Great
Bye,
seeing
everyone.
you.
Take
Bye,
care.
Sharad.
Bye,
Thank you
everyone.
so much. Thank you.
Sharad,
Bye,
give me,
everyone.
Have a
give me
good
your
day.
address. Give me your address on Messenger so I can send you a Bullworker. I'll buy one for you.
Lovely,
Okay.
lovely gesture.
Okay. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Bye. See you.
Bye-bye.